So I don't know if you guys remember that episode where I used cornflakes in like almost every recipe. Okay, I might be exaggerating. It was like 2. Well, the one thing I didn't get to make was like a cornflake crusted something. So tonight I'm going to be making that. Therefore, I'm first going to start off with the dredge that it can stick to. I'm taking chickpea flour, seasoning it, and then adding a little bit of water until I like the consistency of it. And to break up your cornflakes, a much easier technique than this would be to put them into like a Ziploc bag, smash them with a rolling pin or something like that. But as you know, I don't buy them, so this is gonna have to do. Another thing I've realized I haven't made on this channel, but would probably come in really handy for the holidays, is gravy. So naturally, I gotta make mashed potatoes. And to get your tofu the crispiest, honestly, best thing you can do is put it in the air fryer. But you can start off by heating it in the pan just to warm through the tofu. Afterwards, you can throw it into the air fryer for like just a few minutes. And for the gravy, I'm gonna start off with my, shallot, garlic, butter cubes, melt that down, and then you would add in your flour. Mix that through. After it browns, then you would add in your stock. But technically, I am actually using cornstarch here, which means all of this is absolutely unnecessary. But I just wanted to show you the technique so that you actually know how to make the roux. If you are using cornstarch like me, you could just make a little slurry on the side with some cold water and then pour that into your stock to thicken it up. So to flavor this, I'm starting off with no chicken stock. I'm also gonna add a veggie stock to it and then seasoning it with, wait for it, just wait, mushrooms. I actually made my own mushroom powder just by grinding some dried porcinis in the food processor, which you could also add seasoning to, and then you've got your own umami seasoning. Also adding vegan Worcestershire, nutritional yeast, all the spices that I want. And I need a little bit of heat, so I'm gonna add some chili too. And then when it's almost done, finish it off with some fresh rosemary. Now the only thing missing from this plate is some greens, but on the side, I also need a little drink. So a couple of days prior, I also made a sangria, and that consisted of any of the fruits really that I could find in my refrigerator, some cara oranges, golden kiwi, plums, and pineapples.
Allow me to show you something.
And I don't drink very often, so the next day I wanted to make sure that I had a balanced and replenishing breakfast. So my ritual shipment came right on time. I think in a previous video I showed you the protein powder, which has honestly been my go-to lately. I usually don't like a lot of flavoring because I want to flavor it myself, but something about this vanilla hits different. My fiance also loves it. Lately I've been trying to prioritize protein for breakfast, like first thing in the morning, and I am not a morning person. So since I struggle to wake up, the least amount of effort is gonna win every time. So I've been trying to make this a habit because rituals, no pun intended, are how you build healthy routines. Along with my vitamins to fill in any gaps in my diet. This one is the pea-based protein, so it has 9 essential amino acids. It has 20 grams protein per serving, which for a plant-based product is a lot. That's gonna help you with building or maintaining lean muscle. And for those of you who tell me that you find it difficult to keep full on a plant-based diet, I always recommend upping your protein because it tends to satisfy your appetite for a longer period of time. And not only is this one vegan friendly, of course, but it's also soy-free, gluten-free, and formulated without GMO ingredients. So check it out. You get 20% off your first month with my code abetweene20. And as one pointed out in my recent video, there was a serious lack of onions. I don't think I used a single one. So just for you, Essie, here you go, because I must have lost my mind. I am making asparagus soup. I told y'all I was about to go in with the soup, and I wanted to make this more of a complete meal. So I added in some peas to give it more protein. I seasoned it just a bit in the first stage before I blend it. Then after, I added in the cashew cream to thicken it up, give it some more richness, and continue seasoning it, as well as add in some lemon, because remember, you really need some acid to brighten up those flavors when it comes to anything green. So that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more.